20 information Delta System 20 request ISO clearance.
Speedbird 276, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, expect stand 4.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, expect stand 4, Speedbird 276.
Easy 75 Echo Kilo, Gatwick Tower, good evening, clearance Jersey, Novma 1 X-ray departure, squawk 6477.
Clear to Jersey 26 left November 1 X-ray and squawk 6477. Easy 75 Echo Kilo.
Easy 75 Echo Kilo, readback is correct.
And air int.
Pass your message. Roger, Vortex 204 routing to Handcross. Yes, you can route him to the terminal to me with the field insight, please. Griffin 72 Charlie, pass your message.
Griffin 72 Charlie, stand 4, fully ready.
Griffin 72 Charlie, stand 4, push and start is approved.
Start approved, stand 4, Griffin 72 Charlie.
Gatwick Tower, easy 27 Whiskey Delta, stand 555 A320 West Delta, request clearance to Naples.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, Gatwick Tower, good evening, clearance Naples, Bognor 1 X-ray departure, squawk 6202.
Naples, Bognor 1 X-ray departure, squawk 6202.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, readback is correct.
Lufthansa 42 Delta Charlie, push to start stand 106.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, stand 106, push and start approved to face east.
Push and face east, 42 Delta.
Speedbird 276, taxi Zulu, hold short Mike.
Taxi Zulu, hold short Mike, Speedbird 276.
So, good evening, 679 Yankee, stand 50320 with Delta, clearance please to Aberdeen.
Easy 679 Yankee, Gatwick Tower, good evening, clearance Aberdeen, Lambourne 6 Mike departure, squawk 0744.
Level 6 Mike, 0744, easy 679 Yankee.
Easy 679 Yankee, readback is correct.
Gatwick Tower, hello, this is Wizard 7426F.
Wizz Air 74, Gatwick Tower, good evening, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
26 left, clear to land, Wizard 74.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Vortex 204.
Vortex 204, Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold to the north of the field. Traffic information is a Wizz Air Airbus 320 on a 2-mile final for runway 26 left.
Remain north, traffic in sight, Vortex 204.
Wizz Air 74, traffic information is a helicopter remaining north of the airfield.
Inside.
Vortex 204, are you visual with the traffic?
Affirm, Vortex 204.
Vortex 204, above and behind the landing traffic, cross runway 26 left via the 26 left threshold, report south side.
Above and behind the mentioned traffic, cross 26 left via the threshold and report south side, Vortex 204.
Griffin 54 Hotel, request taxi.
Griffin 54 Hotel, taxi holding point Mike 1 for runway 26 left via Alpha November and Mike.
Alpha November Mike, hold Mike 1, Griffin 54 Hotel.
And Easy 679 Yankee, fully ready, push and start, stand 50.
Easy 679 Yankee, stand 50, push and start approved to face west.
Push start approved, face to the west, Easy 679 Yankee.
Vortex 204 south side.
Vortex 204, thank you. Contact Gatwick Director on 126.825. Good night.
126.825, bye-bye, Vortex 204.
Gatwick Tower, hello, this is Sky Charter 301 information. Delta type aircraft is a Airbus A320 Neo, stand 33 with Delta requesting IFR clearance, Charles de Gaulle.
Sky Charter 301, Gatwick Tower, good evening. No flight plan showing as filed. Check and refile, please.
Roger, I'll refile Sky Charter 301.
Griffin 54 Hotel, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots via Mike 1, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Good takeoff, 26 status, Griffin 54 Hotel.
Wizz Air 74, taxi Juliet, hold short Papa, expect stand 22.
Juliet, hold short Papa, expected to be the suffer.
Ryanair 35 at gate 28, type Airbus A320 Neo, with information Charlie on board, requesting IFR clearance to Dublin Airport.
Shuttle 76 Juliet, stand 14, request mission start.
Speedbird 76 Juliet, set squawk please 5401.
My apologies, squawk 5401, Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Right, let's just check this guy's.
Gatwick Tower, Sky Charter 301 refiled.
That's not valid. Air France 3738, stand 172 left, push and start approved to face south.
Stand 172 left, push and start fast push, approved, Air France 3728.
Easy 83 Tango Alpha.
Easy 83 Tango Alpha, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach, runway 26 left, number 1, surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots.
Easy 75 Echo Kilo, request push and start clearance, stand 20.
Easy 75 Echo Kilo, stand 20, push and start approved to face west.
Start approved face west, Easy 75 Echo Kilo.
Tower Griffin 72 Charlie, taxi.
Griffin 72 Charlie, taxi holding point Mike 1 for runway 26 left via Mike.
Taxi Mike 1, runway 26 left via Mike, Griffin 72 Charlie.
Speedbird 76 Juliet, stand 14, request mission start.
Speedbird 76 Juliet, stand 14, push and start approved to face west.
Stand 14, push and start approved, face west, Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Speedbird 2289 at radio check.
Easy 83 Tango Alpha, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Cleared land, 26 left, Easy 83 Tango Alpha.
Speedbird 2289, readability 5.
Speedbird 2289 requesting IFR clearance to Brussels with information Delta, type A320 with standing gate 23, QNH 1016, transition level 70.
Roger, number 3 for clearance. Griffin 54 Hotel, contact London Control on 129.430, bye-bye.
July 430, Griffin 5 Hotel.
Pass his message.
Tower 204.
Roger, Vortex 204 cleared to come via hand cross and leave via Dorking past me with the field in sight. Thank you. Speedbird 276, taxi Whiskey Victor, stand 4.
Taxi Whiskey Victor, stand 4, Speedbird 276.
Griffin 72 Charlie via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up.
Well, Mike 1, 26 left line up, Sir Griffin 72 Charlie.
I want Lufthansa 13, stand 1, on board Cessna launch to the 700, request A for clearance.
Lufthansa 13 Roger, number 4 for clearance, I'll call you back. Wizz Air 74, taxi Juliet, stand 22.
Juliet, stand 22, stand 4.
Griffin 72 Charlie, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 26 left, Griffin 72 Charlie.
Easy 83 Tango Alpha, taxi Juliet Romeo, actually disregard. Stands 65.
Gatwick Tower, hello, easy 8655, it's an 8020 Neo, it's stand 145, ready for push start.
Easy 83 Tango Alpha, taxi Juliet Romeo Lima Quebec Alpha, stands 65.
Yeah, Romeo Quebec Alpha for stand 65, thanks, easy 83 Tango Alpha.
Easy 8655 Gatwick Tower, good evening, stand 145, push and start approved to face east.
Push and start approved, face east, easy 8655.
Tower, Griffin 88 Kilo, stand 119, information Delta on board, aircraft Airbus 320, looking to pick up IFR clearance to Amsterdam.
Griffin 88 Kilo Roger, number 5 for clearance, I'll call you back. Ryanair 35 Gatwick Tower.
Ryanair 35, I'm here.
Ryanair 35 cleared Dublin, Novma 1 X-ray departure, squawk 7664.
I'm sorry, can you say again the departure? Squawk 7664.
Ryanair 35, it's Novma 1 X-ray departure.
Novma 1 X-ray departure, clear to Dublin Airport. Thank you.
Ryanair 35, readback is correct, Gatwick information Delta is current, QNH 1016. Sky Travel 301 Gatwick Tower.
Sky Charter 301, go ahead.
Sky Charter 301, are you able to accept the Hardy 1 X-ray departure?
We can accept the Hardy 1 X-ray departure, Sky Charter 301.
Sky Charter 301 cleared Paris, Hardy 1 X-ray departure, cruise flight level 250. After Hardy, route Mike 605 to Bibax, then as filed, squawk 5016.
Sky Charter 301 cleared to Paris, Hardy 1 X-ray departure, climb amended cruise flight level 250, route after Hardy, route Mike 105 to Bibax, and join the star squawk 01, or correction 5016.
Sky Charter 301, readback is correct. E Griffin 72 Charlie, contact London Control on 129.430. Good night.
Under control 124.430, Griffin 72 Charlie, bye bye.
Griffin 72 Charlie, negative 129.430.
129.430, Griffin 72 Charlie, apologies.
Easy 75 to Kilo, request taxi clearance.
No, sir, easy 6 from you.
Who was that? Easy 61 Uniform Victor, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land 26 left, easy 61 Uniform Victor.
Easy 679 Yankee, ready for taxi.
Easy 75 Echo Kilo, taxi holding point Alpha 2 for runway 26 left via November and Alpha Sierra.
November Alpha Sierra holding point Alpha 2, runway 26 left, easy 75.
Easy 679 Yankee, taxi Papa, hold short Juliet.
Papa, hold short Juliet, easy 679 Yankee.
Gatwick, Vortex 204.
Vortex 204 Gatwick Tower, traffic information is an EasyJet Airbus 320 on a 2-mile final for runway 26 left, report visual.
Traffic in sight, Vortex 204.
Vortex 204, above and behind the landing traffic, cross runway 26 left via the 26 left threshold, report north side.
Above and behind landing traffic, cross 26 left via the threshold and we're okay, Vortex 204.
Easy, 27 Whiskey Delta, ready for push and start.
Where are you? 555. Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, after the company Airbus 320 passes right to left behind, stand 555, push and start approved to face south.
After the company passes behind, push and start approved face south.
Speedbird 2289 Gatwick Tower.
Partial message, Speedbird 2289.
Speedbird 2289, you're cleared Brussels, Minfo 1 Mike departure, squawk 3375.
Cleared to Brussels via the Minfo 1 Mike departure, squawk 3375, Speedbird 2289.
Ryanair 35, ready to push and start, and I forgot my departure. I am a new pilot, I'm sorry.
Speedbird 2289, your readback was correct. Easy 75 Echo Kilo via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up.
Line up via Alpha 1, 26 left, easy 75 Echo Kilo.
Ryanair 35, the departure is the Novma 1 X-ray departure.
East at the moment, request taxi.
Ryanair 35, it's the Novma 1 X-ray departure.
Novma 1 X-ray departure.
Easy 75 Echo Kilo, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 26 left, easy 75 Echo Kilo.
Easy 61 Uniform Victor, taxi 08 left, Quebec, actually disregard. Easy 61 Uniform Victor, taxi 08 left, Romeo Lima, hold short, Quebec Alpha, expect stand 553.
Taxi 08 left, Lima, Quebec Alpha, apologies, disregard. Romeo, Lima, and hold short of Quebec Alpha. Expect stand 553, easy 61 Uniform Victor.
Speedbird 76 Juliet, are you able to make the right turn onto Mike?
Affirm, Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Speedbird 76 Juliet, taxi holding point Mike 1 via Mike.
Taxi holding point Mike 1 via Mike, Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Easy 679 Yankee, taxi holding point Alpha 3 for runway 26 left via Alpha November.
Alpha November to Alpha 3 for 26 left, E679 Yankee.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, we are now fully ready for push and start again.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, stand 106, push and start approved, face east.
Push face east, thanks, 42 Delta.
Ryanair 35, stand 26, push and start approved, face east.
Push and start approved, face east.
Vortex 204 north side.
Vortex 204, contact Gatwick Director on 126.825, good night.
126.825, have a good evening, Vortex 204.
Speedbird 2289 requesting push and start gate 23.
Speedbird 2289, stand 23, push and start approved to face west.
Push and start approved, face west. Speedbird 2289.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha. Alpha Humberside, TBM 850 at maintenance 1 with Delta QNH 1016.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, Gatwick Tower, good evening, cleared Humberside, Lambourne 6 Mike departure, squawk 4243.
Cleared outside Lambourne 6 Mike, squawk 4243, Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, readback correct. Easy 75 Echo Kilo, contact London Control on 129.430, bye-bye.
129.430.
Pass message. Wizz Air Malta 8 Sierra Delta, Gatwick Tower, good evening. The surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land. Okay, it's Delta, my ATIS, int is above, 26 left, everybody squawking is cleared, and Sky Charter 301 is also cleared. Griffin 88 kilos called for clearance, so I'll pass him to you. Thank you.
Easy 8655.
Tom Jet Stones correction. Speedbird 76 Juliet ready for departure.
Speedbird 76 Juliet behind the landing, Wizz Air Airbus 320 via Mike 1 runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind the landing Wizz Air A321 via Mike 1 line up runway 26 left behind. Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805. See you soon. Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, Gatwick Tower. Easy 8655, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805. See you soon.
121.805. See you soon. Bye bye.
Easy 679 Yankee, hold Alpha 1.
Alpha 1, easy 679 Yankee.
Griffin 64 Mike.
Griffin 64 Mike, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 26 left, number 1. Surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots.
Continue approach Griffin.
Runway 26 left, clear takeoff. Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Speedbird 76 Juliet negative, you weren't cleared for takeoff.
Roger. Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Speedbird 76 Juliet, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, you are now clear for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, clear takeoff. Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Easy 6 from Victor.
Ryanair 35, ready for taxi.
Easy 61 Uniform Victor, continue Lima, stand 553.
Continue on Lima and stand 553. Easy 61 Uniform Victor. Good night.
Wizz Air Malta 8 Sierra Delta, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Juliet, hold short Sierra, Wizz Air Malta 8 Sierra Delta.
Easy 679 Yankee behind the landing, Airbus 320 via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind the landing, 320, line up wait, via 26 left via Alpha 1 behind, GT679 Yankee.
Griffin 88 Kilo, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805.
Contact ground on 121.805 for Griffin 88 Kilo.
Griffin 64 Mike, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 left, Griffin 64 Mike.
Speedbird 76 Juliet, contact London Control on 129.430. Good night.
129.430. Good night. Speedbird 76 Juliet.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, Gatwick Tower. Wizz Air Malta 8 Sierra Delta, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805. Good night.
Ground 121.805. Have a good day. Wizz Air Malta 8 Sierra Delta.
Speedbird 2289 requesting taxi clearance to runway 26 left.
Speedbird 2289, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805. See you soon.
Say again, Speedbird 2289.
Speedbird 2289, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805.
Contact ground on 121.805. Speedbird 2289. Thank you, goodbye.
Easy 679 Yankee, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Easy 679 Yankee.
Griffin 64 Mike, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Juliet, hold short Sierra, Griffin 64 Mike.
Griffin 64 Mike, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805. Good night.
121.805, Griffin 64 Mike, good night.
Gatwick Tower, hello, EG855, ready for departure.
Easy 8655 Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Alpha 1.
Hold Alpha 1, EG855.
And
Pass your message. Roger.
Victor on the visual approach, 26 left.
Easy 16 Delta Victor Gatwick Tower, good evening, surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Runway 26 left, clear to land, Easy 16 Delta Victor.
That's fine, don't worry if you need to go.
Gatwick Tower, good evening again, Lufthansa 42 Delta on Alpha November.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Alpha 3.
Alpha 3, 42 Delta.
Easy 8655 behind the landing company Airbus 320 Neo via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Line up behind the A320 Neo, 26 left, line up behind.
Air France 3738, ready to taxi for runway 26 left.
Air France 3738, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, good night.
One to one decimal 805 Air France 3738.
Gatwick Tower, hello again. Requesting departure clearance for 26 left, Ryanair 35.
Ryanair 35 Gatwick Tower, good evening again, hold Mike 1.
Hold Mike 1, Ryanair 35.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, hold Alpha 1.
Mike 1.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, hold Alpha 1.
Alpha 1, 42 Delta.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Boeing 327.
Boeing 327 Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 26 left, number 1, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots.
Approach 26 left, number 1, thank you, Boeing 37.
Easy 8655, surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, easy 8655.
Easy 16 Delta Victor, confirm cross runway 08 left.
Easy 16 Delta Victor, negative, taxi on 08 left, hold short, Romeo.
Taxi 08 left, hold short, Romeo, easy 16 Delta Victor.
Lufthansa 42 Delta behind the landing, Boeing 737-800 on a 5-mile final via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind. AFAM.
Roger, behind the landing, traffic, line up and wait behind 26 left, easy, Lufthansa 42 Delta.
And easy 679 Yankee, sorry, did we get a handover?
Easy 679 Yankee, apologies, contact London Control on 134.125.
124, not a problem, enjoy your weekend, easy 679 Yankee, see ya.
Easy Boeing 327, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Runway 26 left, clear to land,
Easy 8655, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
Super 2289, we're accidentally holding it Alpha 2 instead of Alpha 3, is that right?
Easy 8655, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
London Control 134.125, good night.
Speedbird 2289 Gatwick Tower, hello again, hold Alpha 2.
Holding Alpha 2, Speedbird 2289.
Lufthansa 13 Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Mike 1.
Hold Mike 1, Lufthansa 13.
Easy 16 Delta Victor, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, good night.
121.805, can I confirm it's a runway or taxiway? Easy 16 Delta Victor, the runway 08 right, left.
Easy 16 Delta Victor, AFM, continue on 08 left, hold short Romeo.
08 left, hold short Romeo, easy 16 Delta Victor, bye bye. Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, just requested frequency change to ground.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, see you soon.
121.805, see you in a minute, Golf Mike Alpha.
Gatwick Tower, Sky Charter 301, stand 33, request pushback and startup.
Sky Charter 301, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805.
121.805, sorry about that, Sky Charter 301.
Tower, easy 25 Zulu Tango.
Easy 25 Zulu Tango, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 26 left, number 1, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots.
Continue 26 left, easy 25 Zulu Tango.
Boeing 327, vacate right as quick as you can, please.
Take it right as quick as I can, Boeing 37.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff 26 left, Lufthansa 42 Delta.
Ryanair 35 behind the landing, EasyJet Airbus 320 on a 4-mile final via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind the EasyJet, line up behind. 26 left, Ryanair 35.
Boeing 327, taxi Juliet, hold short, Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short, Sierra, Boeing 37.
Easy 25 Zulu Tango, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Runway 26 left, clear to land, easy 25 Zulu Tango.
Tower easy 59.
Easy 59 Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2, the surface wind 290 degrees at 9 knots.
Continue number 2, easy 59.
Lufthansa 42 Delta, contact London Control on 134.125, good evening.
134125, a great weekend, cheers.
Boeing 327, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, good night.
Gatwick Ground, 1.805, good night, 537.
Speedbird 2289, hold Alpha 1.
Hold Alpha 1, Speedbird 2289.
User disconnected from your channel.
Air France 3738 Gatwick Tower, hello again, hold Alpha 2.
Hold Alpha to France 38, 378. Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, hold Alpha 2.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Alpha 2.
Hold Alpha 2, 27 Whiskey Delta.
Holding Alpha 1, Speedbird 2289.
Okay, Ryanair 35, your line-up clearance is cancelled. I needed you rolling quicker than that.
I'm sorry, my mom came in.
Ryanair 35, confirm line-up clearance cancelled.
Line-up clearance cancelled.
Easy 59, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Clear to land, easy 59.
Easy 25 Zulu Tango, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo, easy 25 Zulu Tango.
Ryanair 35 behind the landing EasyJet Airbus 320 via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Line up behind the EasyJet A320.
Easy 25 Zulu Tango, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, good night.
Ground on 121.805, easy 25 Zulu Tango, thanks, bye.
Ryanair 35, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff, Ryanair 35.
Speedbird 2289 behind the departing Ryanair Airbus 320 via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Line up after Ryanair A320, runway 26 left.
Easy 59, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
08 left and hold short Romeo, easy 59.
And easy 59, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805. Good night.
At ground 121.805, easy 59, thank you, bye bye.
Lufthansa 1-3 behind the departing British Airways Airbus 320 via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Then departing aircraft line up behind, running 26 left, Lufthansa 13.
Speedbird 2289, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Speedbird 2289. Thank you, bye bye.
Ryanair 35, squawk mode Charlie.
Ryanair 35, squawk mode Charlie.
Ryanair 35, contact London Control on 134.125. Good night.
Contacting London Control on 134.125. Bye bye.
Gatwick Tower, Sky Charter 301 November to join Alpha Sierra with you.
Sky Charter 301, Gatwick Tower, hello again, hold Alpha 2.
Hold Alpha 2, Sky Charter 301.
Speedbird 2289, contact London Control on 134.125. Good evening.
Say again for Speedbird 2289.
Speedbird 2289, contact London Control on 134.125.
Contact London Control on 134.125. Speedbird 2289. Thank you, have a nice weekend.
Lufthansa 13, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 26 left, Lufthansa 13.
Tower, Griffin, 88 kilo, fully ready for departure.
Griffin 88 kilo, Gatwick Tower, good evening, via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up.
Via Mike 1, line up and wait, 26 left, Griffin, 88 kilo.
Lufthansa 13, contact London Control on 134.125. Good evening.
134.125, Lufthansa 13, good night.
Griffin 88 kilo, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 26 left, Griffin, 88 kilo.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Skyways 401 inbound on ILS, runway 26 left.
Skyways 401, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 26 left, number 1, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots.
Continue approach number 1 and copy the wind, guise 401.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta behind the landing Airbus 320 Neo via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind the landing Airbus A320, line up via Alpha 1, 26 left behind.
Skyways 401, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, Skyways 401.
Griffin 88 Kilo, contact London Control on 134.125. Good evening.
London Control on 134.325, Griffin 88 Kilo.
Griffin 88 Kilo, negative 134.125.
Apologies, 134.125, Griffin 88 Kilo.
Air France 3738, hold down for 1.
Air France 3738, hold Alpha 1.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff from me 26 left.
Skyways 401, taxi 08 left, hold short, Romeo.
Taxi 08 left and hold short, Romeo, Skyways 401.
Gatwick Tower, low going Golf Tango, Bravo Mike Alpha, holding Yankee 1. We'll be a few minutes, just going to do run-ups. We'll let you know when we're ready for departure.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, Gatwick Tower, hello again, Roger, hold Yankee 1.
Hold Yankee 1, Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha.
Skyways 401, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, good night.
Gatwick Ground on 121.805, thanks, bye.
Tower, good evening, Easy 85 Kilo established, ILS runway 26 left.
Easy 85 Kilo, Gatwick Tower, good evening, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left, Easy 85 Kilo.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Speedbird 275 just holding at make 1.
Easy 27 Whiskey Delta, contact London Control on 134.125. Good evening.
Over to London 134125. Thanks. Bye bye.
Speedbird 275 Gatwick Tower. Good evening. Hold mic 1.
Good evening. Hold mic 1. Speedbird 275.
Gatwick Tower, Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha with you, taxiing Alpha November for Alpha 3, runway 26 left.
Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha, Gatwick Tower. Good evening. Hold Alpha 3.
Hold Alpha 3, 1 Juliet Alpha.
I mean, these two are getting close.
Gatwick Tower, Speedbird 625, ILS approach, runway 26 left.
Speedbird 625 Gatwick Tower. Good evening. Continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2. Surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots. Expect late landing clearance.
Continue approach 26 left, number 2, expect late clearance, Speedbird 65.
Air France 3, disregard.
Say again, Air France 378?
Disregard. Easy 85 kilo, expedite vacating, please.
Expediting, vacate, easy 85 kilo.
Speedbird 625, surface wind 290 degrees. Speedbird 625, go around, I say again, go around, acknowledge.
Speedbird 65, go round, acknowledged.
Inter, go around.
Easy 85 kilo is vacated, runway 26 left.
Speedbird 625, fly standard, missed approach.
Speedbird 65, standard misapproached.
Air France 3738 via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up.
Line up, Air France 378.
Easy 85 kilo, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha holding Yankee 1, we are ready for departure.
Golf Mike Alpha, roger.
Rolling Yankee Mapa for hello, get retard, taxiing to holding point Mike 1, 26 left.
Fueling 8 Lima, Papa, Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Mike 1.
Rolling Yankee Mapa for holding Mike 1.
Speedbird 625, contact Gatwick Director on 126.825.
Contact Director, go again with the frequency, please.
Speedbird 625, it's 126.825.
126.825, Speedbird 65.
Air France 3738, surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Gatwick Tower, good evening to you, 60 Delta Charlie, establish on left approach runway 26 left.
Easy 62 Delta Charlie, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 26 left, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, number 1.
Continue to approach runway 26 left, easy 60 Delta Charlie.
Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha behind the landing EasyJet Airbus 320 via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind the landing EasyJet aircraft, we will line up via Alpha 1, 26 left, Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha behind.
Easy 62 Delta Charlie, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left, easy 62 Delta Charlie.
Easy 85 Kilo, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
121.805, good night, easy 85 Kilo.
Air France 3738, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
134, decimal 125, London Control, good night, thank you, Air France 3738.
Gatwick Tower, A-Line 3, Lima Golf.
A-Line 3 Lima Golf, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 26 left, just becoming number 1. The surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots.
Continue approach 26 left, A-Line 3 Lima Golf.
Victor Romeo 925, looks like you're at Heathrow. Contact Heathrow Tower on 118.505. Sky Charter 301, hold Alpha 1.
Hold Alpha 1, Sky Charter 301.
Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha, thank you.
Easy 62 Delta Charlie, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, easy 60 Delta Charlie.
Sky Charter 301 behind the landing Aurigny ATR 72 via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind the landing ATR, line up and wait, Sky Charter 301.
A-Line 3 Lima Golf, the surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
26 left, clear to land, A-Line 3 Lima Golf.
Easy 62 Delta Charlie, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
121.805, good night, easy 60 Delta Charlie.
Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
134.125, Lufthansa 1 Juliet Alpha. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Gatwick Tower, speedbird 2545 is 10 miles out on 26 left.
Speedbird 2545, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach, runway 26 left, just becoming number 1. The surface wind 290 degrees at 8 knots.
Number 1, Speedbird 2545.
Sky Charter 301, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Sky Charter 301.
A-line 3 Lima Golf, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
0 left, short Romeo, A-line 3 Lima Golf.
And A-line 3 Lima Golf, you can contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805. See you soon, mate.
Ground 121.805, cheers, A-line 3 Lima Golf.
Speedbird 2545, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 26 left, Speedbird 2545.
Sky Charter 301, contact London Control on 134.125. Good night.
134125, CS Sky Charter 301.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, behind the landing British Airways Airbus 320 via Yankee 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind arriving Speedbird A320, line up on wait 26 left behind Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha.
Gatwick Tower, Easy 69 Romeo Lima, localizer established.
Easy 69 Romeo Lima, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach, runway 26 left, number 1. The surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots.
Continue approach, Easy 69 Romeo Lima.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha.
Speedbird 275, behind the landing EasyJet Airbus 320 via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Behind the landing Airbus AC-20, line up behind 26 left, speedbird 275.
Speedbird 2545, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, easy 2545.
And Speedbird 2545, disregard.
Disregard, Speedbird 2545.
Easy 69 Romeo Lima, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, easy 69 Romeo Lima.
Speedbird 2545, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, bye bye.
Contact ground on 121.805, thank you, Speedbird 2545.
Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha, contact London Control on 134.125, bye bye.
134.125, thank you for accommodating Golf Tango Bravo Mike Alpha.
Speedbird 275, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 26 left, clear for takeoff, speedbird 275.
Easy 69 Romeo Lima, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo, easy 69 Romeo Lima.
Tower, easy 69 Quebec Romeo.
Easy 69 Quebec Romeo, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 1, surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots.
Roger, continue through 69 Quebec Romeo.
Fueling 8 Lima Papa behind the landing, EasyJet Boeing 737-800 via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Fueling 8 Lima Papa behind the EasyJet, line up and wait. 226 left.
Easy 69 Quebec Romeo, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 left, easy 69 Quebec Romeo.
Easy 69 Romeo Lima, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
Contact ground 121.805, easy 69 Romeo Lima, thank you.
Speedbird 275, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
Contact London on 134.125, good night, thanks, speedbird 275.
Gatwick Tower, easy 37 Delta Kilo.
Easy 37 Delta Kilo, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots.
Roger that, easy 37 Delta Kilo.
Glasgow Tower, Channel 1037, holding point, Michael.
Channel 1037 Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold mic 1.
Sorry for the confusion. Holding point mic 1, just Channel 1037.
Fueling 8 Lima Papa, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff.
Running 8 Lima Papa, clear for takeoff, 26 left.
Easy 69 Quebec Romeo, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, Easy 69 Quebec Romeo.
Gatwick Tower, Easy 23 Alpha, ILS 26 left.
Easy 23 Alpha, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots.
Continue approach number 2, Easy 23 Alpha.
Easy 37 Delta Kilo, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 26 left, Easy 37 Delta Kilo.
Channel 1037 behind the landing, EasyJet Airbus 320 via mic 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Sorry, can I get a repeat, Channel 1037?
Channel 1037 via mic 1, runway 26 left, line up.
Line up runway 26 left via mic 1, Channel 1037.
Fueling 8 Lima Papa, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
Running 8 Lima Papa, contacting London Control 134.135, bye bye.
Easy 69 Quebec Romeo, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, bye bye.
121.805, safe bye bye, Easy 69 Quebec Romeo.
Channel 1037, surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, 26 left, Channel 1037.
Easy 37 Delta Kilo, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Taxi 0 left, hold short Romeo, Easy 37 Delta Kilo.
Easy 37 Delta Kilo, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, good night.
121.805, good night, Easy 37 Delta Kilo.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Speedbird 625, ILS approach, runway 26 left.
Speedbird 625, Gatwick Tower, hello again, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots.
Continue approach number 2, Speedbird 625.
Easy 23 Alpha, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Cleared land, runway 26 left, Easy 23 Alpha.
Channel 1037, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
Contacting London Control, Channel 1037, thank you for the service.
Gatwick Tower, good evening, Delta Kilo 001, request IFR clearance down to Toulouse.
Delta Kilo 001, contact Gatwick Ground on 121.805, speak soon.
Speak soon, cheers.
Griffin 64 Mike Delta, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach, runway 26 left, just becoming number 2, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots. Speedbird 625, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 26 left, speedbird 65.
Easy 23 Alpha, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Juliet, hold short Sierra, easy 23 Alpha.
Easy 23 Alpha, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
121.805, good night, easy 23 Alpha.
Gatwick Tower, easy 20 Charlie Delta.
Easy 20 Charlie Delta, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots.
Continue approach 26 left, easy 20 Charlie Delta.
Griffin 64 Mike Delta, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land. Speedbird 625, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, speedbird 625.
Speedbird 625, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
Contact ground, 121.805, speedbird 65, and thank you.
Easy 20 Charlie Delta, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 left, easy 20 Charlie Delta.
Griffin 64 Mike Delta, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Tower, hello, easy 86 Hotel Uniform.
Easy 86 Hotel Uniform, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach, runway 26 left, number 2, the surface wind 280 degrees at 7 knots.
Continue number 2, easy 86 Hotel Uniform.
Griffin 64 Mike Delta, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
Gatwick Tower, hello, AZ8327, holding point, Alpha 2, for runway 26 left.
Easy 86 Hotel Uniform, surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land 26 left, Easy 86 Hotel Uniform.
Easy 8327 Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Alpha 1.
Holding out, Easy 8327.
Easy 20 Charlie Delta, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, Easy 20 Charlie Delta.
Speedbird 1920, holding on mic 1.
Speedbird 1920 Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold mic 1.
Hold mic 1 at Speedbird 1920.
Easy 8327 behind the landing company, Airbus 320 on a 3-mile final via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Line up and wait behind the landing company 8320 AZ8327.
Easy 86 Hotel Uniform, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
08 left, hold short Romeo, Easy 86 Hotel Uniform.
Easy 412 Gatwick Tower.
Easy 618 from established ILS, runway 26 left.
Easy 618 Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 26 left, surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots.
New approach, Easy 618.
Easy 412 Gatwick Tower.
The H327 lined up on runway 26 left.
Easy 8327, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Easy H327.
Easy 618, we are almost at our minimum 0, we clear to land, runway 26 left.
Easy 618 Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 26 left, number 1.
Continue approach, easy 618.
Easy 618, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left, easy 618.
GMC.
Pass your message. Pretty sure I had, but affirm, yep, I'll pass them now. Okay, no worries. Easy 20 Charlie Delta, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, bye bye.
Over to ground on 121.805, thank you, bye bye. Easy 20 Charlie Delta.
Easy 86 Hotel Uniform, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, bye bye.
121.805, easy 86 Hotel Uniform, bye.
Speedbird 1920 via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up.
Line up runway 26 left via Mike 1, Speedbird 1920.
Tower, hello, easy 469 November.
Easy 469 November, Gatwick Tower, good evening, continue approach runway 26 left, number 1, surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots.
Continue approach 26 left, easy 469 November.
Speedbird 1920, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Speedbird 1920.
Easy 618, runway vacated via Echo.
Easy 8327, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
134.125, easy 8327, bye bye.
Easy 618, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
08 left, hold short of Romeo, easy 618.
And easy 618, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, bye bye.
121.805, thank you, easy 618.
Easy 469 November, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 26 left, easy 469 November.
Gatwick Tower, A-line 632, make 1.
A-line 632, Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Mike 1.
I'll make 1, A-line 632.
Speedbird 1920, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
Contact London Control on 1... Could I get the frequency again for Speedbird 1920?
Speedbird 1920, it's 134.125.
Contact London Control on 134.125. Have a good day, Speedbird 1920.
GMC, yeah. Lufthansa 81 Tango Lima, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 26 left, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, number 1. I'm going to close after getting the Aurigny out, if you could then hand over to INT, please. Z618, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
And runway 26 left, request takeoff.
Delta Kilo 001, Gatwick Tower, good evening, hold Alpha 1.
Holding Alpha 1, Delta Kilo 001.
Lufthansa 81 Tango Lima, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, cleared to land.
Cleared to land 26 left, 81 Tango Lima.
A-line 632 behind the landing, Lufthansa Airbus 320 via Mike 1, runway 26 left, line up behind.
Airbound Darling, Lufthansa Shark final via Make 1, line up 26 left behind D-line 632.
Easy 469 November, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, easy 469 November.
Easy 469 November, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
Contact ground 121.805, easy 469 November, good night.
Good evening, this is Rhino 145.
Rhino 145, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 26 left, number 1, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots.
Number 1, continue approach for runway 26 left, Rhino 145.
A-line 632, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
26 left, clear takeoff, airline 632.
Lufthansa 81 Tango Lima, taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra.
Taxi Juliet, hold short Sierra, Lufthansa 81 Tango Lima.
Tower, good evening, easy 3 Delta November.
Easy 3 Delta November, Gatwick Tower, good evening. Continue approach runway 26 left, number 2, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots.
Continue number 2, easy 3 Delta November, thanks.
Ryanair 145, the surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26 left, Ryanair 145.
Delta Kilo 001 behind the landing, Ryanair Boeing 737-800 via Alpha 1, runway 26 left, line up and behind.
Landed behind the landing, 737-800, Delta Kilo 001.
A-line 632, contact London Control on 134.125, good night.
Flight control 134.125, good night, airline 632.
Lufthansa 81 Tango Lima, contact Gatwick ground on 121.805, good night.
121.805, 81 Tango Lima, good night.
Rhino 145 locating via Echo. Do you mind if we can have taxi to stand, please?
Ryanair 145, taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo.
Taxi 08 left, hold short Romeo, Rhino 145.
Delta Kilo 001, surface wind 250 degrees at 5 knots, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Delta Kilo 001.
Okay, I'm going to stop the recording there. We're just about to close anyway, so I'm going to coordinate the handover with ground. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Good night.